Good, it's your boy Holy Shabazz, HOLYSHABAZZ. Like I always say, I don't care what they say about you in these streets. Your boy Pablo, mess with your man. There's a dude named Raphael. First of all, I'm gonna start this off. Probably gonna get this whole demonetized, but I gotta say it, bro. Fuck Kick. And I know I streamed the Kick, but fuck Kick, bro. Fuck Kick. Kick is a very weird place. All of these like, and I really blame Twitch. I blame Twitch for Kick even existing, right? If Twitch would have just been a normal platform and not like catered to hyper liberalism and big titty streamer girls, Kick would have never been a good idea, because people were like, we'll just go to Twitch, or if YouTube was a better streaming option. But because, or TikTok was a better streaming option, and TikTok might be the best streaming option out of the three when it comes to rules, I don't know. But at the end of the day, like, when it comes to like streaming options, they're very limited, and the streaming rules are very stringent. Like, the rules for streaming on Twitch are like very weird, like, and they're obviously very harsh, more harsh towards what I would say particular groups, mainly men. You know what I mean? Like, girls be having nip slips and coochie pop outs, they still have accounts, be making no type of throttling of their engagement. So Kick was created as a place for people to stream with less community guideline violations and shit like that. But because that's their whole draw, is that they don't have stringent community guidelines violation or community guidelines restrictions, like, you can see anything of it. Be a lot. It's a lot. It's like X. It's like Kick, X, or Rumble. They're all like the same. You know what I'm saying? Truth Social, these weird ass like roundabout social medias that people be making, it's all because the classic social medias went hyper liberal and unfairly support like one side of the spectrum, like usually, you know, big titty women, or, you know, whatever. Like, that's what, at least what we see on Twitch. So Kick comes out and it allows crazy shit on the platform, and someone like Raphael Garvin, rest in peace, a 46-year-old Paris or French streamer, gets unalived on stream. Rest in peace to him, because they're allowed to do crazy stuff that never would have been allowed on Twitch, never would have been allowed on TikTok, never would have been allowed on YouTube. There's no way in hell they would have allowed these things to occur. But because you're on a platform like Kick, you're on a platform like Rumble, you're on these other platforms where like their whole get down, their whole MO is like, oh, you can do whatever you want over here. Hey, we ain't like Twitch, man. You do whatever you want over here. That sounds good in theory, but in practice, it's not such a good thing, especially when it gets abused. It's not such a good thing. It's almost never a good thing. So this is Gene right here. Seems like a happy-go-lucky guy, man. Rest in peace to you, Gene. Encore une vache qui finit à quatre pattes. Ce soir en ville, y'a de la chatte. Je la banne navet, je prends son Snapchat, mon. Like, what the fuck are they doing to this dude, bro? What in the hell could they be doing to this man, bro? What in the hell could they be doing to this man?
Pourquoi la mort de Raphaël Graven, alias Jean?
This is genuinely insane. A streamer just died while live at the end of a 10-day broadcast that involved him being beaten, bullied, and brutally deprived of sleep. Right, and that after he had already reportedly been subject to months and possibly years of humiliation and abuse, hours and hours of which were captured on camera with nothing being done to stop it. And as far as...
Bro, but that's the whole shit, and think about it. This nigga's number 7 on Kick in the world, nigga. Overall ranking, he was number 7 in the world. This tells you about what type of people be on the internet too. The type of people that consume content are incels and femcels that like to watch other people suffer because they live suck dick. That's really what it is. People love watching streamers and other people go through terrible things because your life is ass and you know it. Behind the screen, you're watching shit on your phone. Most of y'all, not all y'all, but most of y'all be on your phone watching other shit like this. Other people suffer and their lives suck because your life is ass. And it makes you just feel this much better about your trash ass existence. That's really why people consume media like this. I would never watch anything like this. Why would I want to watch somebody suffer for hours? Who watches months and hours of somebody getting tortured? Who? Why?
Who this guy was, you may have never heard of him, but he was actually the most popular Kick channel in France, and at times one of the most watched worldwide. His name was...
worldwide being tortured on live.
Rafael Graven, though he was known online as JP, and he was 46 years old. And while he started out filming himself gaming, eventually he ended up as part of a collective run by a guy by the name of Owen, along with another one by the name of Safin. Right, and these two, they reportedly got a kick out of bullying him, with this soon evolving into full-on physical and psychological abuse. They'd also threatened to throw him out on the street when he tried to leave. They apparently beat him, choked him, shot him with a paintball gun, poured paint and oil on him, and just seemingly tortured him in any way they could think of. Right, in one clip that's been making the rounds, they claimed to have locked him in the trunk of the car and drove over speed bumps at high speed. And in the audience watching them, you had people encouraging them to go even further and even paying for it. In fact, by the end of the 298-hour live stream that ended with JP's death, they'd collected more than 36,000 euros according to the fundraising counter on the screen. Though notably with that, JP appears to not be the only victim here, because an individual identified only as Kudu, who's reported to have a disability and be under guardianship, has also suffered abuse on stream. It appears that there were already eyes on this. You had a French investigative media outlet actually exposing the abuse back in December. And in fact, Owen and Safin were taken into police custody and questioned back in January. But then they ended up just getting released and seemingly were free to pick up right where they left off, with a French prosecutor there saying that both the individuals suspected to be implicated and those suspects to be victims denied the commission of any offenses. But again, right, so much.
Okay, so they denied the commission of any, so they just said, yeah, we didn't do that. And they were like, okay, even though it's on camera, okay, y'all can leave. Bro, France sucks, bro. France sucks, dude.
Much of this, it was filmed. And so now, in the wake of JP's death, you have people posting videos of everything he endured, as well as clips of JP speaking out about the abuser, even saying that he felt forced to accept it because he earned an income from them.
And that's what I'm trying to say, man. Everything ain't about money, bro. Everything is really not about money, bro. I see there was a girl that died the other day. She was like a famous Miss John Doe or something like that. And she died unexpectedly. She must have been like 25 or something. I looked in them comments. It was nothing but gooners talking about how they didn't give a fuck about her life, but they're still going to watch her material now that she's dead. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. She's dead. You feel me? Rest in peace to her. But that's the legacy that she was living, because that's the life she was living, right? She was a porn star. That's how she made her money. That's how she made her impact on the world. And now that she's dead, everybody remembers her as a porn star. Niggas were in the comments talking about, I'ma beat my meat to her tonight. Woo, woo, woo. Oh my God, this is someone's family. This is somebody's probably mother, somebody's sister. And this is no matter what picture you post of this woman, that's all that they're probably gonna say and remember her by. It's the same thing with this. It all can't be about money. We started, there was a saying, I remember, the first dude I ever heard say this shit was an Asian dude on TikTok. Hey, a bag's a bag. A bag is not a bag. A bag can come with psychological and reputational trauma that is not worth the bag, bro. It's not worth the bag, bro. Just be honest. A bag is not a bag. It is important how you get the bag.
One showing Owen taking his phone and reading aloud texts to his mother, one of which said, "This is going too far. I feel like I'm being held hostage with their shitty concept. I've had enough. I want to get out of here, but the other guy won't let me. He's keeping me prisoner."
Stab him!
And in another video, Owen and Safin are heard explicitly
That's exactly what I would have done. I'm like, bro, if you're going to try to hold me prisoner, I'm going to act like I'm in prison, and I'm going to poke you up in here, bro. I'm not going to die for fucking live games. They want to watch somebody die on live stream. It's going to be you, not me. The fuck?
Discussing the possibility of JP dying live on air, pressuring him to say to the camera right now that if he dies live tomorrow, it's because of his shitty health and not because of us.
Oh yeah, y'all getting poked up. I'm definitely attacking, bro. Y'all niggas ain't. We all gonna die. It's gonna be 3 bodies in here, nigga. 4. Whoever got problems, nigga. This shit pisses me off. As a content creator, this shit pisses me off, bro. I hate seeing people get bullied. No matter what age you are, you can get bullied, especially if you have, and that's why, like, I think one of the most important things to teach your children is, bro, don't be nobody's fucking plaything. Don't be nobody's bitch. Don't be nobody's source of entertainment unless you're getting paid and you decide that it's worth it, bro. Don't let people make you the butt of the joke, especially if you don't want to be the butt of the joke. It's been mad times, like, I've seen people, I've always been the type of dude like, don't play with me, nigga. I'm gonna tell you one time, then I'm gonna do that shit, nigga. You know what's up with me. I told you, didn't I? I told you I was gonna slap shit out you, didn't I? I slapped shit out you, nigga. I ain't play with you. I told you. I gave you a warning, and that's what you're supposed to do. If you don't like something, you tell them, and you tell them what's gonna happen, and then if they do it again, you put a fucking demo down. That doesn't even have to be physical. It could just be, it could be simple as like, hey, bro, if you do that again, I promise you I'm not talking to you at least for the next month. They do that shit again, disappear for a month, nigga. Let them sit there and think about whatever the fuck they did wrong. But don't sit there and, because when you say, hey, I don't like that, man, stop it. And then they do it again, and then you're like, I don't like that, man, stop it. All that's telling people is that you a bitch, and they can keep doing it. They can keep doing it till you ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. That's all they thinking. You ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing to me. I'm gonna keep doing it. So if you say you gonna slap somebody if they keep doing it, somebody gotta get slapped, bro. If you say you finna, if you tell somebody, hey man, if you do that again, I'm gonna beat your ass, you better beat the shit out of them, bro. You gotta put that demo down. I'm gonna get their ass. Pick a chair up on some WWE shit. You gotta do.
So then, despite all of that, we saw them striking a very different tone after JP died, with Owen posting on his Instagram, "My brother, my partner, my friend. 6 years side by side, never letting go of each other.
Yeah, somebody slapped the shit out this French bitch.
I love you, my brother, and we will miss you terribly." But then really, other than that, the two have kept quiet.
That's because they know they finna go to jail.
Owen's lawyer claiming that JP had cardiovascular problems and
Then why was y'all bullying him?
also saying all those scenes are just staged. They follow a script. With that, I'll
Yeah, I don't believe you.
say at this stage, the exact cause of JP's death is technically unknown, but he reportedly died in his sleep on the street.
The entire story is one of the most dystopian things I've ever seen happen. And I can't believe the human race has got to a point where something like this can actually happen. So these French guys were streaming on the platform Kick. They were doing a 10-day stream by all accounts. One of the men involved in the stream was Pormanove. He and his friends decided throughout this 10 days, whatever the chat told him and his friends to do, they were going to do it. And for whatever reason, very early on, the chat told the men to basically start abusing Jean.
But why did the chat tell them to do that? It's because they already were bullying Jean, and Jean was cool with it. And that's probably a basis of their content in that weird ass, shitty French content house. Like, that was probably a huge basis of their content, was bullying this man. So now it's like, oh, you know what? 10 days, what are we gonna do? The stream that you've already trained, that y'all do whatever to this man, they're just gonna be like, oh, do crazy stuff to that man that y'all always be bullying, bro. That's part of y'all's content. So go to the max. I got $20 to see if y'all set his hair on fire or whatever. Like, it's absolutely trash, bro.
Started off with things like force feeding him and cracking eggs on him, but the chat wanted things to escalate even further. And these men, forgetting they had free will, did everything the chat asked.
They did not forget they had free will. They wanted that money with they bitch ass. They didn't want no free will. They didn't care about no free will. They saw all this money. We finna get this money, boy.
Of them to poor G. Whether it was pinning him down and pouring milk on him, pouring paint on him, holding him down and pouring water onto his head. Do you know how
literally waterboarding him.
Dangerous this is? Or just beating the shit out of him. Whatever the chat asked these guys to do, they did to Jean Pormanove. So something that started off of a stream where the chat would tell them to do fun dares or things like that, the whole thing just turned into a humiliation ritual for poor Jean. And these men, his so-called friends, that desperate to keep viewers in the live stream, listened to every single one of them. And Jean was the victim every single time. Jean endured this abuse for a while.
A 46-year-old man, bro. 46. He's 46, bro. And y'all were doing that to that man, bro. About to be 50. On the way to retirement age, y'all are bullying him, bro. Pouring water. I don't give a fuck if he wanted to do that or not. Like, no. No, bro. Play the game or something. Stream like that. Be normal. If you make 25% of the money, who cares, bro? Who cares, bro? This money obsession is like cutting people's lives so short, bro. And now you can't even spend the money. They made 36K on stream, Gene. They made 36K euros, bro. So that's probably like 60K American, maybe 55. That's what's up. What you gonna do with it, man? You're dead. You should have beat the shit out them boys or ran up out of there and saved your life, man. Instead, you took all that torture trying to make money, man, and now you can't even spend the money. Now you can't even spend the money. What's the point? What's the point? That's why money is not the point of everything. That's why I'm like, you can never trust women that are all about money, because money really ain't shit. Money really ain't shit.
Obviously, with it being a 10-day stream, they would also sleep on the stream. It's blurred out here, but just before the 300-hour mark of the stream, Jean's body couldn't take it anymore. And in his sleep, it was obvious he had stopped moving and stopped breathing. Someone in the chat alerted the other men to this, saying, I think Jean's not breathing. The knee-jerk response of one of his friends, lobbing a bottle at his already deceased head. When Jean didn't move or react, they realized something was wrong. They went over and kicked his body a few times, realized what had happened, and ended the stream. Jean Pormanove had passed away after enduring all that abuse throughout the entire stream. His body simply couldn't take it anymore. So tell me how the fuck we live in a world where a group of friends can live stream, a group of strangers tell these group of friends to end the life of one of their friends, and not only they listen, they do it in a torturous way. Where the fuck are we at?
Yeah, rest in peace to Gene. Fuck Kick, man. I feel like Kick has to, I know you don't want to have community guidelines or whatever and just want to let everybody do whatever because that's the appeal of your app, bro, but you still have to keep your community and your app under control, bro. That's your like responsibility. It's your responsibility. Fuck, like, and that man died on your stream. So what now, Kick? Y'all just gonna act like that didn't happen? You just gonna be like, oh well, I mean, he died, so hey, no community guidelines. I mean, it is what it is. That's what you finna do? It's crazy, bro. It's a damn shame, bro. Rest in peace to Gene. Fuck all his friends. They all some hoes, all some French bitches. I hope y'all all go to jail or hell. Either or. I'm not tripping. Y'all deserve that shit. Fuck all they viewers, too. And the type of people that watch that type of content and we're sending their money to watch another man be tortured. Y'all are also hoes. Y'all deserve the worst in life. I hope y'all get the worst in life. I hope nothing goes well for you. I hope bad things occur for you as well. I know they already are. That's why you enjoy content like that. Yeah, I just hope everything you try to do is absolute shit. With an E. Shite. For real, for real. Because this is sick. This shit is just sick to me, bro. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe. HOLYSHABAZZ. Like I always say, I don't care what they say about you in these streets. Web Pablo, mess with you, man. Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, TikTok, Holy Shabazz. Sound Village Code Worldwide merch on the way. Appreciate your support. Till the next one, boy, you better know it.